Okay, Redneck here with another instructional video. Today we're going to learn how to properly climb and descend. Now, I'm sure it sounds really easy, right? You just pull the stick to climb and push the stick to descend, right? Well, actually there's more to it than that. You need to adjust throttle and try to maintain airspeed. You gotta remember that pitch is used to control airspeed and throttle is used to control altitude. So it's really more complicated than that, and we forget that when we're flying airliners. We tend to just rely on the autopilot, which settles on a climb rate of 2,000 feet per minute and a descent rate of 1,000 feet per minute. Those rates are too slow, at least initially. What you really want to do is maintain full thrust and up to 10,000 feet, maintain 250 knots with pitch. The easiest way to do that is to use the autopilot, of course. So I'm going to put 15 in there, and we'll want to have 500 feet in the VSI, feet per minute, in the vertical speed hold for later when we get up to a much higher altitude, when climbing gets to be kind of difficult. So now note, my flaps are down, my landing lights are on. Are my flaps down? Okay, my flaps are down, my landing lights are on, I'm ready to take off. So I'm going to take off now. We're flying from Houston, George Bush Intercontinental to Atlanta. And I use the auto throttle to ensure that I do not exceed my desired speed. And now I can rotate. Did I just go off the runway? Yes, I did. Unfortunately, I'm getting hit with lag, terrible lag, and yeah. Okay, off the ground, positive climb rate, gear flaps up, turning on course.
Bank angle. Bank angle.
Note that the values I will use for pitch only really apply to the 787. There will be different numbers for different planes, but the idea of manipulating airspeed with pitch while maintaining full thrust to get the best climb rate still applies. At about 5,000 feet I start to lose speed, so I want to drop the nose 2 degrees. I still haven't quite accelerated to the speed I want, so I'm going to drop it 1 more degree. Alright, I'm over 10,000 feet now, so now I can increase my speed to 300 knots. I'm going to do that now by increasing the setting on the auto throttle and dropping the nose to 7 degrees. Okay, I forgot to turn off my landing lights at 10,000 feet. I'll do that now. I'm at over 18,000 feet. My speed's starting to drop again, so I want to increase that. I'm going to drop it 2 degrees. And I can set my altimeter to 29902 now. Standard pressure. My speed has begun to drop again, so I'll drop the nose down to 4 degrees. I will not drop the nose below 4 degrees, so I can make sure I continue to climb, as my climb rate has dropped considerably now. It was at about 5,000 when I took off, now it's down to 1,200. The 787 cruises at a speed of Mach 0.85. I want to intercept that Mach speed at 300 knots indicated airspeed. So now I'm going to continue climbing with the nose at 4 degrees until I do intercept that speed. Unfortunately, the 787 lacks an auto-Mach throttle at this time, so I'm going to have to chase the Mach speed using the regular auto throttle. Now my speed is dropping. If I reduce my pitch by a whole degree, I will be climbing very slowly, so I'm going to reduce my climb rate to 500.